my daughter and the kids would stay at his house the night before her birthday. So then I could decorate the house and get everything else set up for her birthday party after his house. So the plan was then the next morning I would go to his house, meet the kids there, present the birthday present to Olivia or to our daughter, and then take the kids back home with me, and then we would have our birthday party there without him.
And on the night of the 24th, did the defendant take the kids to his house as planned?
Yes, he did.
And did you then have a company come to your house that night?
Yes, I invited Rosalio to come over.
And was he going to help you decorate for the birthday party?
Yes, we eat dinner and he helped me decorate.
And did Mr. Gutierrez spend the night that night?
Yes.
And did something happen in the early morning hours that caused you concern in terms of hearing something?
Yes, so we were getting ready to retire to go to bed. I don't know, it was like 2:30 in the morning. We just laid down, and then I heard the doorbell ring. And I was kind of like, what's that? And I got up, and we both got up and went to the door and I didn't see anything or anybody. So then I went to the window. I have like a bay window that was outside of my bedroom, and I kind of opened up the blinds and peeked out. And as I peeked out, I saw a black car going past the road right in front of the house. And I just assumed, knowing that Zach had a black car, that could have possibly been him. So that's my thought, was that, oh my goodness, he was here at the house and rang the doorbell or something.
And you indicated, obviously, Mr. Gutierrez was there that night. Was the plan for him to be at the party the next day?
No. Yeah, he was there that night. I kind of briefly told him I thought that my ex had been at the house. And so then that morning, he went out to his truck and he came back in and he was like, hey, did I go in my truck last night? It's like, no. And he's like, well, everything's all messed up in my car and things are like outside of my glove box and they're laying on my console. And he's like, I think he may have gotten in my car last night. I'm like, oh boy. So, we just kind of parted our ways. I said, I have to go to this birthday party. We agreed to talk later.
I'm just going to show you what's on State's Exhibit 1, photograph number 1. Do you remember, is this the truck that Mr. Gutierrez was driving or had driven to your house that night that was gone through, in his words?
Yes.
And is that with license plate, looks like Colorado BAZT26?
Yeah, Colorado plates.
Now, you had talked about what the plan was supposed to be for your daughter's birthday. What ended up actually happening on the 25th after the doorbell incident early that morning?
I went to his house and had the get together. And Zachariah's sister surprisingly came into town unexpectedly to surprise our daughter. Her daughter was very happy about that, and she was not very happy with me. She refused to hug me or kiss me that day. she didn't talk to me very much. I kind of had a feeling that something was off, and that maybe she knew that Rosalio came over last night, but I didn't know how. So, you know, it was kind of awkward. But then we were getting ready to leave, and our daughter asked if her aunt and everybody could come over to our house. So I had agreed, with the caveat that they would all stay outside and hang out on the deck, because I, again, did not want Zach in the house, and especially after having this feeling that my daughter was hating me, and it was her birthday, and it was just also weird. So, like I said, I agreed to let everybody kind of come back to the house and hang outside. We opened presents, you know, had cake and everything, and then our daughter wanted to stay over at her aunt's house. So I agreed, you know, said that was fine. And then, so as everybody was leaving, Zachariah wanted to stay and talk to me. And I said, well, can we talk with your family here? And he's like, no, they can go. And I said, no, I want to talk with your family here. And so he confronted me kind of at the door and said, you know, I had this premonition that you were with somebody else last night, and you were wearing, you know, this pink tank top, and you were listening to this song, and I know what song you were listening to, and come on, tell me, and just harassing me and badgering me about, you know, this premonition that he had, and oh, and I have these when, you know, when I break up with people, and you know that, and you know, I'm like, I don't know what you must have been here last night. The only way you would have known any of this. And he's like, no, and then we got into some kind of a back and forth about it, and he started walking away, and as he was walking away, he was like, yeah, his name is, and he just rattled off his name, his full name, and yelled it at me and said, and you know, he's Mexican, and just rattled off things he should not have known. And so that I said, you know, you had to have been here. And he didn't tell me until he finally kind of came close to me and said, yeah, I was. I needed to know. And yeah, that was kind of the conversation.
I'm going to approach you with what's been marked as State's Exhibit 51 and 52. Can you just tell me what these are?
Pictures of the inside of my house, the birthday party with the decorations and my kids.
Judge, I would ask to publish these to the jury without using the Elmo, given the minors.
Can I see them first?
Oh, absolutely. 51 and 52. Ms. Beachum, in these pictures, is that what the decorations looked like the night that you and Mr. Gutierrez set up the night before the party?
Yes.